Symbology of the Bible, Volume 3. Good and bad figs. Figs have been introduced previously, and some discussion of bad figs was presented, but a closer look at the subject may prove beneficial. Jeremiah 24 verse 1, "The Lord shewed me, and behold, 2 baskets of figs were set before the temple of the Lord, after that Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away captive Jeconiah, the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, and the princes of Judah, with the carpenters and smiths from Jerusalem, and had brought them to Babylon. 2. One basket had very good figs, even like the figs that are first ripe, and the other basket had very naughty figs, which could not be eaten, they were so bad. 3. Then said the Lord unto me, What seest thou, Jeremiah? And I said, Figs, the good fig very good, and the evil very evil, that cannot be eaten, they are so evil. The figs are symbolic of the house of Judah, and the good and bad are the people of that house, and the baskets are connected to the Babylonian captivity. It would appear most of the figs were bad, resulting in the captivity, but a deeper analysis may shed some more light.
Good. H 2896. Good, cheerful, well-favored, pleasant. Figs. H 8384. Fig tree or fruit. Bad. H 7451. Evil, bad, wicked, ill-favored, adversity. Figs. H 8384. Fig tree or fruit.
The Hebrew for figs is
Te'ena. Tiena. The fig, tree or fruit. Etymology, perhaps of foreign derivation.
It is a compound and can be formed in a couple of ways. Ta'ana or ta'ina. For the latter, the meaning is determined by the parts. Ta, room, chamber. Ina, groan, lament, meet, deliver, befall. The verses pertain to meeting chambers or rooms, and we have a pleasant meeting chamber and a wicked meeting chamber. Also note the suffix ah, which would indicate a meeting chamber of Yah. With that in mind, we can look at the evil figs as desecrated, polluted chambers of Yah. Ezekiel 8 verse 8, Then said he unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold a door. 9. And he said unto me, Go in, and behold the wicked abominations that they do here. 10. So I went in and saw, and behold every form of creeping things and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel, portrayed upon the wall, round about. 11. And there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel, and in the midst of them stood Jezaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up. We have seen these verses before, but now they have an additional context, a chamber of wickedness inside the temple. This is a type and even prophecy of the desolator when he comes. These bad figs are what Yahshua taught about. Luke 6 verse 43, For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit, neither doth a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. 44, For every tree is known by his own fruit. For of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes. However, there are good figs also. John 8 verse 3, And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman, taken in adultery, and when they had set her in the midst. John 8 verse 13, The Pharisees therefore said unto him, Thou bearest record of thyself, thy record is not true. John 8 verse 31, Then said Jesus to those Jews which believed on him, If ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed. He contended with the scribes and Pharisees but spoke to those of the house of Judah, who had faith in verse 31. These are the good figs. Then the object becomes they in the following verses. The good figs are inserted in the midst of his discourse with the bad figs. He finally confronts them with the truth. John 8 verse 43. Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. 44. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. They are deaf, and the scribes are the serpent seed, and perhaps some of the Pharisees also. The others are the bad figs that have fallen away and follow false doctrines. To repeat, Revelation 3 verse 9, Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So, among the bad figs, we have tares, thorns, without shade or fruit, serpents of Cain's line, the Kenite, impostors, just as the fake lion, the beast appearing as being a lamb, the moon as a dim shade of the sun. We will find them here also. Revelation 6 verse 13, And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. We are familiar with the stars, and now we know what the bad figs are. These are figs out of season, inedible. They will come first, as Joshua told us. Matthew 24 verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. 39. And knew not, until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Those who were drinking and marrying were the fallen stars, the Nephilim, and they are coming back with the bad figs. And as with the flood then, there will be a flood coming to wipe them out permanently. There is one other important parable regarding the figs. Matthew 24 verse 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. 33. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. 34. Verily, I say unto you, this generation shall not pass, till all these things be fulfilled. 35. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. This age will pass away, and the new one will begin, and that will be a new beginning, just as this age had a beginning. Note also that he instructed us to learn that parable. We know from prophecy that the house of Judah would be destroyed, and from history that it occurred shortly after Joshua's Passover sacrifice. This is prophecy of the replanting of the fig tree, the refounding of the house of Judah. This occurred in 1948 with the creation of the nation Israel. Summer is when the tribulation will occur, and afterwards will be the harvest of the world. Deuteronomy 32 verse 26. I said, I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. Ezekiel 12 verse 10. Say thou unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, This burden concerneth the prince in Jerusalem, and all the house of Israel that are among them. The house of Israel was scattered by the Assyrian, and the remnant with the house of Judah were taken into captivity by the Babylonian. The nation was finally erased by the Romans, however. Micah 4 verse 3. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. But they shall sit every man under his vine, and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid. For the mouth of the Lord of hosts hath spoken it. 5. For all people will walk every one in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. The path that they walk is the one to the pit, and we see the fig tree and the vine will be reestablished. Both houses will be restored, and those grafted into the vine, the choice barley, will be there with them.